Welcome to HDPP Live on a Saturday night to the UK and around the world with photos, memories and friends. This is HDPP Live. How are you this evening? Are you all well?
Hinckley District past and present for you, meeting friends old and new. Streaming Wednesdays and Saturdays too, with founder members Paul and Sue. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Film clips, photos, memories and friends helps a dreary night go by. We're in Hinckley's six of the best, stupendous, quizzical high. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Let's take you back in time. A community affair. We'll take you for a ride. Henson's Cab will take you there. We're making history. HDPP, chatroom pauses. History supporting local causes. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Betty is our queen bee. The sweetest honey candy. Dangerous Den, here again. HDPP live. Hey, you know we keep it in HDPP.
Oh, here we go then. Oh, hello. Good evening. Welcome to the programme. It's HDPP Live on a Sunday night. Yes, listen. It's great that you're with us this evening. How are you? How are mums today? Have you had a lovely Mum's Day? I really do hope you have had a lovely Mum's Day. All you ladies, all you deserving ladies. Hope you've had plenty of love. On this day, absolutely, and even those of us that probably lost our mums a long time ago, they've been very much on our minds this morning and indeed through the rest of the day. So there we go. Lovely. Well, here we are. Sunday night. Are you all tucked in and are you all ready? Seems there's plenty of people already, as you can see in the chat room. Let me just scroll it up and we can see what's going on. I hope you like I thought I'd just jazz the beginning up a little bit, I thought, stick an advert there for a change. There we go. Anyway, Anne Hunt was first in. She said, Paul, it lasted the dark Sundays for a while. Well, it's getting that way. It's beginning to show. Spring is showing its hand a little bit, that's for sure. Dave B's already in tonight, so well done, Dave. Russett's here. She's her husband, Bill. Happy birthday, Bill. I don't know whether he's watching, but we'll say happy birthday to Bill. And thank you for loaning us Russett, because Russett's been really, really good to the group as well. Mary Blake's here as well. Hello, or hello. Nice to see you the other day, Mary. Absolutely. Kevin Beasley is all set and ready tonight, as is Derek Price, working hard in the George Eliot Hospital. So, hello, George Eliot Hospital. Keep up the great works. In fact, my brother was down there the other day. He took a little accident at work and he's damaged his shoulder. But he said full praise to the George Eliot. Said they were absolutely magnificent. So well done, well done. Kit's in. Remember Mrs. Poldark? She used to come to our social nights. Yeah, I remember. Anyway. Kit's here as well tonight. Also, Julie Jeffcott's here. Hi, Julie. Jeff Wallace is here. Jeff Wallace is in Brig. Anna, she's in Hinckley. And together, they'll be trying to work out the 6 of the best tonight. Great one tonight. Going to see how it's going to work out. That should be good as well. Hello to little Jane. Hello, Jane. How are you this evening? Trust you're all nice and comfortable and settled for the night. Looking forward to 6 of the best and, of course, our features tonight. Lovely to see you the other day when you came around to collect your tickets, which we're going to be talking about tickets in a bit. Absolutely we will be, because time's getting on for our night with Joseph Barsby and the team of Sellers & Co. And if you haven't got your tickets yet, you want to get in touch, don't leave it. We'll have them with us on Wednesday night at our social night. So come along, get them there. That'll be the easiest thing. Or indeed, you can collect from our door, but they're going down a bit now, so come along. Now then, the crops are here tonight. Now listen, folks, sit down. Sit down. Listen, the crops are here tonight. We weren't good enough for them last week. Yeah, they went swanning off to see some new upstart called David Essex. And... Anyway, no, lovely, and I'm glad that you had a nice time and that you are now back in a fashion. Yeah, okay. No, it is good. I'm glad you're back. We're missing you. We're going to be down with you on Wednesday night because apparently some people are going to the theatre. What's that all about, eh? Theatre on a fixed point in time. I can't work it out. Anyway, now then, Dennis Perkins. Den, you're here. That's great, Den. Nice to know you're with us, and looking forward to this evening's programme, of course. Now then, Carol Breezy's got here as well. Hello, Carol. Just got back in time for my lovely Mothering Sunday celebration with my granddaughter and her in-laws. I hope you've had a lovely day, Carol. Elaine Galloway's here, wishing everybody a good evening. David S is here, wishing everybody a good evening. Yeah. Clocks go forward next. Yes, they do, and I'd forgot that. Do you know I wasn't thinking when you said that. Yeah, the clocks go forward next Sunday. My memo hasn't arrived yet, Anne. But yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So clocks go forward. Oh wow, yeah, absolutely they do. Alan Kropp. Not true. And Kath Den is now here. Kath saying hello. We're just back from dinner. Oh, right. Okay, then. Now back to the book. Elaine Galloway says, Mary Blake says, I'm at the theatre, Paul. Yeah, and hang your head in shame, Mary. You see, I not only do I give you one speaker on a night, I give you two speakers one night. Let's go to the theatre. Well, what can I say? And also, Queen Bee is here, so we all know we're ready to start. Yeah, so there we have it. So he says, with no more agadoo. Yes, I like Steve Pickle would say, with no further ado. And I don't know whether Steve will be with us tonight because Mr. Nosy himself, I think he's out doing a nosy as we speak in there. Anyway, and a late one in because, well, let's face it, he is over in France, is Gary Betterley. He said, I'm here, but not all there. I know, it's the old chestnuts are the best. Oh, and Pat Galloway's just popped in. Hi, Pat. Nice to know that you're with us this evening. Sit back. We've got a great night lined up for you. First of all, we've got 6 of the best. But let me just firstly remind you, for those of you that are coming on Wednesday night, please... Our social night, yes, not one but 2 speakers. We've got the fantastic Eddie Smallwood, and trust me, Eddie does a great presentation. And we're doing King Richard III from villain to hero. So this is on Wednesday night, and then after we've had his talk, and after we've had the award-winning raffle, yeah, we've then got Annabelle's Stupid Deaths. It's going to be a great night. Now we've already booked Rent a Crowd because we think we're going to need them this week. Cheerio, Derek Price, by the way. His break's over. He's got to go back to work. Okay. Anyway, but this is going to be a great night. And as I say, don't miss it because I think you'll find be fascinating. He's told me a few of the things he does in this one. It's good. So there we go. And already Mary's apologising. She said, I should be okay after that one, Paul. I haven't got anything else booked. Quite rightly too, particularly on the fourth Wednesday of every month. That's all you got to do. It's there. It's set in stone. And as I say, it's going to be a great night. Please come along. Everybody is welcome, and I do mean everybody. So please, bring them along. If there's nothing else on the telly that night anyway, come along. We'd love to see you there. Right, okay then. So, with no further ado, if you got pens, paper and everything else all lined up and ready to go, we'll have a look at 6 of the best. Now, before we even start, remember, do not put your answers in the chat room. Just keep them to yourself. You know, like you used to be at school. Keep them to yourself, because people nick your answers, and then before you know where you are, you've given it all away. And Dennis Perkins says, Rent a Crowd are booked in. Amazing Annabelle has her 30 minutes ready. Wow. Annabelle, you have 30 minutes to impress the judges. And I'm sure she will do. Stupid Death's going to be great. I'm sure it is something totally different. And that's what we like to do here at HDPP. 6 of the best it is, demanding the best of your best of your local knowledge, your true, false, and all that lot. It is. Let me just show you. In fact, I'd love to know what's going on in the background on my computer. There's something going on. Oh, I think I can see what it is. Nothing I need worry about. Good. Here we go. 6 of the best starts now. Here we go then. I like this one, but some of you, if you've been paying attention this week, will probably already know the answer. Question 1. What does Castle Street, Hinckley, and Freeman's Lane in Burbage have uniquely in common? Mrs. G says, oh. She goes, oh. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and Kath Dennis says, I'm coming to the ground Wednesday. Please do drag the old man along. He doesn't need to keep going to that photographic club. Anyway, so what does Castle Street, Hinckley, and Freeman's Lane in Burbage have uniquely in common? Trust me, it's true. Have a little think. We go to question number 2. Question 2. Now, if you dug a deep hole, starting from New Zealand, through the centre of the earth, which country may you end up in? So imagine digging a hole straight through, right through the earth's core, in a dead straight line, and coming out. Where do you think you would end up? Would you end up in South Africa? Would you be in Spain? Or would you be in Brazil? You'd know if you get into Brazil, because you'd start running into nuts, wouldn't you? But anyway, I'm just saying. So where would you end up? If you think about it, even now, I can hear the clamour for atlases and stuff, saying, oh, well, I've drawn lines here, there, and everywhere. So that's your general knowledge question. If you dug a hole deep enough, which I often do for myself, starting in New Zealand, through the centre of the earth, which country may you end up in? It's one of those, but which one is it? And it might not be quite what you think, but it depends on your warped mind, I suppose, really. There you go. That is question 2. Question 3. Human skin regenerates every week. True or false? Is that true or false? Human skin regenerates every week. I could say something there, but I'm not going to do that. Question 4. What year did Hinckley Billiard Hall open? 1913, 1914, or 1915. We've had that one before, yes, but as you know, we just like to spin it out some, don't we, Dos? Yes. Reuse these things. There you go. 1913, 1914, or 1915. That is question 4. Question number 5. Where am I? Ooh, I've got some sounds then. Where am I? Yeah. Where am I? Oh, that looks a bit interesting, missus. Ooh, where can I see that window? Ooh, yeah, I'll leave it on the screen just a moment, just so you can get an idea for it. Yes, somewhere in Hinckley. Definitely somewhere in Hinckley. Where is the question that we are asking this Sunday evening. And if you're all ready for the anagram, here it comes. Yes, the anagram question. Hernias Hernia's land-owning nocturnal. Now, odds are, this is the clue. Now, look and listen to the clue. Odds on you have heard of this grand local sporting hero. If so, you're a winner. Yeah, Hernia's land-owning nocturnal. Rearrange that. So we're not looking for a pub. We're not looking for a pub tonight. No, I thought we'd have a change. Just have a change tonight. So rearrange that. But it's the cryptic clue. I think it's a good cryptic clue. Do you think it's a good cryptic clue, Mrs. G? She's not supporting me on that one. Odds on that you've heard of this grand local sporting hero. If so, you're a winner. Rearrange that. What do you get? So, okay, one more time, very quickly through the whole bunch. Here we go. Question 1. What does Castle Street, Hinckley and Freeman's Lane in Burbage have uniquely in common? Question 2. If you dug a hole deep enough, starting from New Zealand through the centre of the earth, which country may you end up in? Question number 3. True or false? Human skin regenerates every week. Question 4. Guess the year this is. What year did Hinckley Billiard Hall open? Question 5. Where am I? Yes, where am I? Yeah, and the anagram question this week. Hernia's land-owning nocturnal. And that is it. Rearrange that. Oh, thank you, David Eggington. Says grammar, please, here, Paul. Uniquely in common is an oxymoron. Yeah, exactly, mate. I knew that. Anyway, cheers, mate. Right, so there you go. That is your 6 of the best. See how you can do that and keep... we'll come back to it in between our little features tonight, and see how we're all going anyway. But now you've got it all, I can hear you all scrolling around, particularly with that anagram. I think it's a good one tonight. Let's see how people do. Yes, and after all, it's an oxymoron. Yeah, uniquely in common is an oxymoron. I like that, David. Okay then, right, so last week we did some, everybody got in the mood for chocolate, and I think, seeing that being Mother's Day, I'm sure lots of you mums and grannies indeed have probably got plenty of chocolate to tuck into tonight, so bear that in mind. We're going to be looking at some of that in a short while, but first, our feature tonight, always trying to find something different to show you memories and sort of things that we can relate to, even though it might not be Hinckley, stuff which you can remember or how things were and stuff. So anyway, let me play you this one. If you grew up in the 1950s, you're going to like this one, because even though I was born in the late 1950s, oh yes I was, lots of the shadows of the 1950s still cast into the 1960s, if you understand. So this little short thing, which I've mackled together from YouTube. See what you think to this. Growing up and things that happened in the 1950s. Not a very long feature, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Sit back and enjoy.
Those were the days. In 1950, Britain was working hard to rebuild at the start of the new decade and was desperate for something to boost morale. The Festival of Britain was planned as a showcase of all the best things about the country. The festival's centrepiece was the Dome of Discovery.
We've done wonders since the war. Now we're blowing our own trumpet for a change. And of all our triumphs, the exhibition is not the least, with its 100-ton, 300-foot skylon calling the world to see Britain this festival year. Now over to Battersea, where the fun fair's opened just in time for the holidays. It's full of horrors like the octopus, 2 minutes of whirling bliss and heaven help your tummy. It's amazing how they laugh it up. Business is soaring. Already they're turning thousands away.
Don't you think it's time you changed to Dunlop tubeless? They cost no more than a cover and tube.
For many Britons, the early 50s were a constant struggle to feed families with the meagre rations that were still in force. It was far from easy for large families.
Here's a father who has enough on his plate, and when mealtime comes round, it's a real man's job to see that they get enough on theirs. They're the 16 children of Mr. and Mrs. O'Hare of Anfield, Liverpool, complete with 4 sets of twins.
Parents had to juggle their working lives with bringing up children and still find time to queue for even the most basic necessities.
An upholsterer by trade, his income is £7.10 a week, plus 5 shillings per child family allowance, which is, well, work it out for yourselves. And what about mother? She holds what looks like a royal flush of ration books. Or should it be a full house? Each week, 9 pounds of sugar, 6 pounds of butter. Each day, 10 pints of milk, 8 2-pound loaves and 15 pounds of potatoes.
As the decade went on and economic conditions improved, a cascade of wonderful gadgets found their way into Britain's beleaguered shops.
These, for instance, are the very latest kitchen scales, with a sliding baking rack attachment for the meat. Not only the weight must be known to cook the meat properly, but also the temperature. This is a special meat thermometer, a new idea. You don't have to dig the cake out of this tin. It collapses away from the cake. She must have known we were coming.
Nowadays, you can get an electric cooker with a supersized grill, large enough to cook a meal for the whole family. As the song says, even if the French don't, relaxez-vous in a modern-type garden chair. What a lovely combination. This chair, the right girl in a hot summer.
Solving the problem of the small bedroom, here's a practical as well as attractive suite designed in pine and white-painted metal. Notice that the dressing table has 3 storage compartments, while the wardrobe has doors of plasticized fabric that slide up instead of opening out. If you're wondering where they go, the answer's down the back. With the tremendous popularity of records, storage space is always a problem, but not with this cabinet designed by Christopher Heel. One side there's space for 12-inch records, while on the other, the shelves are movable to accommodate the different size records, magazines, and even tape recorder reels. There's even a small drawer provided for keeping a card index of record titles. The ingenuity of bed designers is our subject, and this particular example underlines the fact that we are living in a highly mechanized age. Just push a button and the foot of the bed soars skywards. Just the thing after a hard day slaving over a hot and fully automatic oven. A tape recorder for the career girl to dictate into, or for the non-career girl, a means of playing hours of soothing music. A vibro massage machine which knows a wrinkle or two, so to speak, and irons them out smoothly. The control panel is a real layabout's dream. It turns out the light, and a quick flick of the wrist ensures that the curtains are properly closed. The designers of this 2,500-pound bed haven't missed a trick. A late night or early morning cup of tea is right beside you. Other refinements, all controlled from the bed, are the mattress heating units, an intercom telephone to all rooms, an outside line, and of course a portable television set at the foot of the bed.
In the 50s, British people had little chance to go on exotic holidays. Camping and caravanning were the easiest way to get away from it all. Even a short break was an opportunity to have fun.
A few days by the sea is a thing tackled by different people in different ways. To some, it is a panic-stricken rush to the railway station with bulging suitcases. To others, it is a car crammed with buckets, spades, and fretful children. But to many a modern young couple, the trip seems to be simplicity itself. In a matter of moments, the trailer and dinghy are in position, and the family transport is all ready to go. And in case you're wondering why a dinghy needs a streamlined trailer, we should explain that it's really a collapsible caravan, believe it or not. The caravan, built at Emsworth, Hampshire, is not complicated. Even a moron, mechanically speaking, can fix it up in a matter of minutes. And it provides comfortable accommodation for 2 adults and a child. 4 retractable legs provide a firm base for the caravan and prevent it from rolling inadvertently out to sea in the middle of the night. Although we dare say it would make a fine houseboat too.
For those who can't get away to the seaside for a holiday, you can always spend odd days or weekends camping by some local river or lake. The latest fashion in camping today is a bed that fits on top of your car. Apart from holidaymakers, this type of mobile camp is a boon to travelers who can't find a hotel for the night. Invented by Victor Rosen, who got the idea from a covered wagon seen during a recent visit to the United States, the rooftop camp is particularly handy for women who are scared of insects and crawly things that usually invade an ordinary tent. The roof camp, which took the inventor 3 months to develop from the idea stage, is up and ready for sleeping within a few minutes. And if you suffer from claustrophobia, that's just too bad. You should have thought of that before.
Leaving the other stick in the mud stuck to the caravan site, we're all set for a day on the River Lee at Broxbourne. No need to drive right into the river. The otter can be launched quite simply from the side of the bank. All you need are 2 sets of mussels. So without the usual ceremony, Alan and his friend Ron Sams, who built the amphibian, prepare for the launching. If you're contemplating regular river holidays in this fashion, a bottle of champagne each time can be expensive, so Alan and Ron get used to launching her without the usual trimmings. On board, a few final touches make her seaworthy, or rather river-worthy, for despite her unsinkable appearance, the otter isn't cut out for ocean crossings. But if you want to relax, this is the way to do it. Apart from protecting and assisting eyesight, opticians are not content to make frames that blend. Their aim is to beautify some of the 11 million women who wear glasses.
There were plenty of other new fashion ideas too. Something for every taste.
For evening wear, diamante decoration matches the pendant earrings, but more unusual is the one-sided ornamentation of this light-catching oyster pearl frame. Today, women can wear glasses proudly, thanks to the color and subtlety of modern design. The days when gentlemen preferred either blondes, brunettes, or redheads may have gone forever. For now, a new vogue, chameleon streaks, enables a girl to match the color of her hair to every occasion. The fashion began by accident when a firm of London wig specialists made white streaks for Gregory Peck in the film Moby Dick. A girl assistant borrowed one of the flashes to wear for a dance. Afterwards, the firm took the hint by dyeing flashes in a variety of colors. Taking only a minute to fix and saving the bother of dyeing, the flashes offer a great variety of colors for a girl of changing moods.
For those who maintain a woman's place is in the home, here's proof that even brilliant career women can be inspired by their kitchens. A colander, for example, needs a little embellishment, but a dash of color works wonders. And the finished creation, worn here by debutante Deirdre Newton-Wolfe, is certainly attractive enough, even if it does leak in rainy weather. For smart vegetarians, a salad bowl, with servers too, you'll notice. And simple yet elegant, a funnel hat. Thanks to the ingenuity of one hat designer, the days when diamonds and furs didn't mix with pots and pans appear to have gone for good.
Britons in the mid-50s travelled by bus or train to enjoy their summer holidays. A trip to the seaside was as far as budgets would allow most British families to travel. And when they reached the coast, they stayed in boarding houses that had been built in their thousands in Victorian times. Britain's seaside resorts enjoyed an extended boom period after the war.
What better than a stroll along the seafront at, say, Southend? But while you're sampling the cool night air, there's no time to relax behind the scenes where a small army of electricians are standing by. Their job starts when the illuminations are switched on for the night. At the push of a switch, the longest pier in the world, 1 1/3 miles from the shore, becomes a fairyland of light and color, while almost simultaneously as far as Westcliff and Thorpe Bay, the seafront lights up. This large-scale illumination scheme was first begun on the pier in 1935 and gradually improved upon until the outbreak of war. Sights like these remain a tribute to the ingenuity and skill of men who literally paint the town when they get lit up. The men behind the scenes.
For those men among you who like girls with brains, there's no place like Brighton for a holiday. For here, apart from the sweet young things on holiday, you can meet 6 who are literally walking mines of information, with sex appeal added. Called, in case you haven't recognized their uniforms, the Promettes. The Promettes, originally formed in 1952 and chosen from trainee models, are on duty at weekends during the summer, making life just one long holiday for visitors. Qualifications today include charm, personality and poise, plus intelligence and knowledge of at least one continental language. At the Promettes mobile headquarters, foreign visitors can have their questions answered in either French, German, Italian or Spanish. And whatever the question, the customer is always right, even when he's wrong. One final rule, no dates. Come to think of it, it's not worth going to Brighton after all.
Stevenage in Hertfordshire was one of a number of new towns that were built in the late 1950s. Promising families a new way of living, they were modern, functional, clean and spacious, light years away from life in Britain's city centres.
Notice the refreshing absence of traffic congestion. That's because no vehicles are allowed in the shopping area. Wherever one turns, the outlook is gay and eye-catching. The designers and architects have gone all out for comfort and simplicity. For instance, there are no curbs to hamper prams or pedestrians. Street lighting is contemporary and effective and blends in with the strictly functional surroundings. One of the first things that strikes the visitor is the sense of spaciousness. There are no cramped back streets or narrow little windows overlooking blank brick walls, which are a common feature of far too many of our towns. You'll have already noticed how the rural look of Stevenage has been retained by leaving many of the original trees apparently growing out of the concrete. Here, then, is the design for living of the future. A town planned down to the last nail, planned to be lived in and enjoyed by 80,000 of the citizens of tomorrow.
And there you have it, you see. So I had to laugh. That woman wearing a colander on her head, that's what I was doing. That's why I did LOL, because you see, there were radicals even in them days. Anyway, just a flavour of what it was like, the sort of things in the 1950s. David Stansbury said he went to the Festival of Britain show. And, of course, it was a big thing to try and kickstart the economy and to put the UK forward into the future and stuff. There you go. But I love it. Nice clip, says Dangerous Dan. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, it was good. I love watching those. Thank you, Anne. I do like seeing those because I love the commentary, the Chumley Warner type commentary that you get. You know, I mean, we were so blinkered, you know what I mean? But however, there you go. Thank you, Jane. I'm glad you enjoyed that too. Because, like I say, even though that wasn't Hinckley, obviously, but I grew up in the echoes of some of that. Remember it? So, and what girl would have a reel-to-reel tape recorder in her bedside cabinet? Love it. I just love it. Fantastic. How are you doing with 6 of the best? A couple of people who actually got the anagram. So well done, Anna. Well done, Dangerous Den. Maybe you're still struggling with the anagram. I think that for those of you that have got the anagram, do you agree that the cryptic clue was helpful? Let me know in the chat room in a minute. Kath Denny said, that was great, Paul. A good laugh at the fashions. I know. And remember, when the glasses start to get a little bit more, but happy memories as well. Dennis Perkins says, yes, the clue is a good cryptic clue there, Paul, for the anagram. We're talking about the anagram, so let's go through 6 of the best one more time very quickly. Here we go. What does Castle Street, Hinckley and Freeman's Lane in Burbage have uniquely in common? Jeff Wallace says that was a good clue, Paul. Well done. General knowledge question, if you dug a hole, like I do many a time for myself. Starting from New Zealand through the centre of the earth, which country may you pop up in? It's probably the best way. Where do you think you might pop up? Okay. Question 3. Human skin regenerates every week. Is that true? Is it false? We'll find out before the end of the programme. Question 4. What year did Hinckley Billiard Hall open? We've had that one before, so it was worth a recycle. Question number 5. Where am I? Yeah, I'm somewhere in Hinckley. And it's pretty easy to see. But have you spotted it? Yeah, somewhere in Hinckley, that is, in the town centre. Trust me, it is. And the anagram. Here we go, in case you missed it earlier. Hernia's landowning nocturnal. Rearrange that. Now listen, we're not after a pub this week. I'll always tell you if we're after a villager and a pub or whatever. But the clue is important. Odds on you have heard of this grand local sporting hero. If so, you're a winner. Paul, you're getting really good at them cryptic clues. I love it. I'm going to give myself a good 8 out of 10 for the clue there. Gary Betterley, I've got the gram, I just need the Anna. Well done. He would. He's like that. Now then, let me just remind you also, we've got talented people here at HDPP, and two great authors as well. Our books, I've got to give these a plug because they're so good. Dangerous Den has brought out A Burbage Boyhood. Not only that, he goes out live doing talks as well, does our Dangerous Den. And his book, A Burbage Boyhood, it's all about growing up in Burbage, what it was like and stuff. And it says exactly what it on the tin, really. And also Lynette Lee's book called Slipping Away, a true story of her father's battle with Alzheimer's disease. Now, both of these books are available at Jasper's. In fact, we've got to go. Sue and I have got to go into Jasper's early next week because we've been so busy we haven't had a chance to go and check stocks of all stuff. As the same goes for all HDPP stuff, all available at Jasper's. Now, also, I want to bring to your attention that this week, if you haven't had a chance to go to the Atkins building yet, there's an exhibition on called Illustrated Hinckley. And it's the great thing about it is it's different people's take on the town and whatnot. So right from, let's say, contemporary modern art images of the town to the more either simplistic or indeed the very artistic. And the lovely late Cicely Pickering work features very much in this exhibition. It's on, I think it's on until next Thursday, if I remember right. I think it's Thursday it finishes. Nip in to the Atkins building. It's well worth a quick walk in. You have a cup of coffee in there as well if you like, in the Handsome Cab Cafe. But as I say, have a look round. HDPP, we've got 4 of Cicely's prints there for people to enjoy. And like I say, lots of others to go along and have a quick look in. We went in on Friday. It was good to go in and have a nosy. Talking of noses, we'll be having a nosy with Mr. Picker. Yes, we will very, very soon. He's out tonight nosying, but I fortunately have had one in the can, as it were. So we'll be doing that in a moment. Now, talking about that, by the way, Carol Beasley says, I want some of those glasses we just seen in that film. I'm loving the leaf details. Yeah, you know, they went, woo. Anyway, talking about chocolate. Chocolate, indeed. Last week we featured a few chocolate bars, and I thought, well, listen, this is really too good. Let's just keep it going a bit. Here's a few more of your probably forgotten chocolate bars. Enjoy.
I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company.
Now, as you can see, a lot of these are indeed from the 1970s. Can you remember when stuff arrived like this? Your selection box at Christmas times? Yeah, what a great selection of real proper chocolatey bars we used to enjoy. Remember the Wombles? I used to love that chocolate. But the chocolate seems to have changed so much these days. Remember the boxes of Weekend, only 2 and 6? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Amazings. Dipped flake, Aztec bars, treats. Oh dear. Carol Saccone, you've joined us just in time. Have a bar of chocolate. You wouldn't need a kill a man till it had his Texan bar, would you? And Cabana. Oh wow. Remember Toffo. Happy memories. Toffo Pacers. I'm beginning to really miss these now. Yeah. And Tutti Fruities, just 6pence. Oh no! Yes, all the Tutti Minties. How good were they? Yeah. Spangles, yeah. You couldn't beat a good spangle, you know. Even the lemonade ones, good grief. Can remember they look like golf balls, are they? Yeah, anyway, blobs. Yeah, tree ball blobs. Oh, fizzy. How many? And a sherbet. You couldn't beat a sherbet now, could you? Oh, wow. Happy, happy times. I had to do a bit of that because that has took me right back. I used to love a cabana. Oh. Why do they have to kill off a lot of these bars? Because some of them are really great and some are much better. And I think chocolate doesn't taste the same now. Is it the fact that we've got older and our tastes change, obviously? Or they messed about with it, as we'd say in Hinckley? Have they messed about with it? Probably the latter, I would say. Ah, dear. And Anne Hunt says, I was watching a programme about chocolate before you came on. It was brilliant. They were showing the adverts. Yeah, I'd love to see that. And Dave B say, Dad coming home on a Sunday with a box of chocolates. Yeah. And you'd sidle up. You wouldn't you, Dave? You'd sidle up to Mum or Dad, who had ever got the chocolates. Can I have a chocolate? Oh dear, yeah, absolute memories there here on Hinckley District, past and present. Cal Sacconi enjoying that one. Jane Brown said, oh wow, take me back, great memories. Oh yeah, David Allen said sherbet. I used to love a sherbet, dab. The kids today just don't know what they've missed, haven't we? We've had some fantastic stuff. We've had a fantastic memory of our early days. Now then, before we're going for a nosy very, very shortly. But what I want to do now, I've just got to go down my list of stuff which I've got loaded up here, and that is see what you think to this. A little thing we're working on here at HDPP. Chocolate makes your feet small, they say. Thank you, Gary. We've got them going now. Cal Sacconi said, what about the toffee you had to break with an hammer? Yeah, to be able to eat. That's right. Remember the Bluebird toffee slabs? Yeah, and you used to have the hammer. All good fun. Have your fillings out all at the same time as well. Dear me. What I want to show you, something new that we're working on at HDPP. Maybe you've seen that picture the other day I posted on the group, a colourised picture of the frontage of the Weaver's Arms in Derby Road before it had the mock front that's on it today. And Fred Hartshorn, I've bumped into Fred a couple of times in the last week actually. We were doing a talk for the Pathways group last Tuesday. Yes, was it like no? It was week last Tuesday. We did that anyway, and Fred was there, and they enjoyed HDPP's presentation, which was very nice. And anyway, but Fred then sent me this colourised picture that he had done. He'd colourised it using the magic of the technology. But anyway. And it looked really good because the bricks, red bricks and stuff, fantastic. I said, we ought to do a series of some nicely coloured pictures because not all pictures colour very well. And I thought, well, it's not worth doing them, but there's one or two which I've got in mind which look really, really good colour. And I'm going to give you now. This is a premiere now. Nobody has seen this yet, and I really mean that because I haven't posted it. Because I know as soon as I post it, it'll be appearing elsewhere as well. So I want to just leave it here just for the minute because I want to I'm going to work on a new presentation, with colourised pictures, but I want them to be of a good standard, not just sort of blotchy. And so to give you an idea, this picture here, which we've all seen before, let's see if the magic will show us. There we go. Now, we've all seen this picture in our presentations of Lord's Fruit and Vegetable Shop in Castle Street. And, of course, much later on, it would become Four Seasons and blah, blah, blah. There's Mr. Lord there in the doorway. His son's on. I gave you the spiel before. Now then, I sent that to Fred, and he worked a bit of magic on it. Look at the difference. This is a premiere. Are you all waiting? Are you all excited? I am, because I know what it looks like. Here we go then. 3, 2, 1. And this is how good it looks coloured. Isn't that absolutely 100% brilliant? I think that's fantastic. And I love how it's brought the skin tones up. So you can actually see the people. And look at the apples and oranges and stuff on display there. And I'm pretty sure, I think that's a pretty good representation how it must have looked. You know what I mean? It's very believable. I'm sure you'll agree. Alan Cropp said, looks brilliant. Yeah. So I'm going to do my magic again. Yeah, here we go. Kath Denny saying, that's fantastic. Lovely jubbly, they're saying. Yeah. And I'm sure lots more nice pictures will appear in John Denny's book. Sorry. Anyway, so it's brilliant. So let's just take it back again. So we've come to this, but look how it was. So let's just go back to show how it was. Just ordinary black and white. And for what it was, a good picture. Absolutely. You had a bit of colour in. And all of a sudden, that looks great, doesn't it? Yeah? Yeah. And as Dennis says, they are best a lot, and they're not overdone. So I'm going to be sending 1 or 2 more pictures for Fred to work at, and then I'm going to make a special presentation with coloured images that we've all seen before, but to see them in colour, but in a believable colour. And that's the difference. So that's great. The colour makes the window poo. Russell, would you like to explain yours? Pop. Oh right, makes the window pop. I love this program. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be working on. Yeah. So, like I say, it's something which HDPP will be working on in the background. So there we go. Now then, we're almost time for our nosy this evening. Whilst you're still working on 6 of the best, we'll, as I say, we'll go through them one more time. Just a reminder about our night with Sellers. Let's say, come and get your tickets because there won't be many left soon. As I say, this is on the on the 4th. I'm thinking of something else. On Tuesday, the 4th of April. Okay, absolutely going to be a splendid little night. Always very enjoyable. So I just go for the tea and biscuits myself, but I like it anyway. It's good. But we will have the tickets with us on the social night on Wednesday night. I say they are free. It's only so we can gauge how many people are planning to come. We only do this once a year. I will not be organising another one this year. Okay. So I'm going to the theatre. No, it doesn't wash. If you're planning to go to the theatre that night, it doesn't wash. So there you go. So this is the only time we'll be doing it this year. Also talking of that, and once just ahead of La Nosy, I am literally in the process of doing another afternoon at St Mary's Church with singing the old school songs. You know, the stuff we used to sing at assemblies, our school songs. Now, the last one we did was literally a week before lockdown. And it was a fantastic afternoon. We were singing, Onward Christian Soldiers. That's the sort of, we're talking about the hymns that we sang at school that you don't really hear on the TV in the mainstream. We're singing proper hymns, God's greatest hits, if you like, and I mean that in a very respectable way. And we're organising that for September the 24th at St Mary's Church. And once we've got the posters designed, we'll start plugging away on that. Because last time we almost filled the church completely, and we want to do it again because they all said how much they'd enjoyed it to come into the church and raise the roof. Singing those great standards, or some people call them assembly bangers. I quite like that, assembly bangers, school assembly bangers. That's the sort of thing we'll be doing, and like I say, that will be in September. So we're already looking ahead. All right, so that should be good. Right, okay then. Right then, just very, very quickly, Dave B says, send a couple of railway ones my way. I'll see what I can do for you, Dave, with Fred Hartshorn. And good. Let's move on. It's nosy time, ladies and gentlemen. I know this is the bit you've all been waiting for. Here's me rabbiting on and stuff. Let's go for it. A nosy with Mr. Picker. We haven't seen this one. Settle back, enjoy. We'll be back with the answers to 6 of the best. and anything else we can squeeze in before the end of the programme. Here we go.
Hello, hey up and hey diddling, my name is Steve and once again it's a great big warm welcome from myself to Let's Explore. Right then, you're thinking to yourself, why are you playing classical music at the start of your video for, Steve? Well, the thing of it is, I'm at home in all walks of life when it comes to music and I don't mind a bit of Vivaldi. Do you know what I mean? I'm quite at home with Vivaldi or a bit of Rammstein, do you know what I'm saying? Du hast, and all that. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, what you're looking at here is an abandoned farm. And I found this last night totally by accident. I was scouring the maps, found it on the National Library of Scotland. Then I looked at it on Google Earth, which you're looking at now, by the way, because that tends to be a bit more up to date, I think. Anyway, it's in Leicestershire. I'm not going to actually say where it is. I don't want to give the game away. And I thought this would be a nice quick little nosy this afternoon. So me, Dave, Steve and Adam went to have a butcher's at it. Right, so I'll show you Dave's photographs now before we go on the adventure. And I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit disappointed because I was half hoping for a bit of a time capsule, you know, where all the furniture and everything's left inside. But the house has been cleared, unfortunately. But it was still a very interesting nosy. It was for me anyway, being there. You know, I love these old farm buildings and that in the middle of nowhere. Because, you know, these all tell their own story, don't they? As I've said plenty of times before. But, you know, we love these noses, don't we? I mean, I love finding somewhere on a map, picking a destination, getting my mates out and going for a little adventure. It's fantastic. You know, you have a laugh when you're out. And we bumped into this bloke, you know. He's not on the video, but we bumped into him. We thought he was the landowner, and I get a suspicion he might have thought we were slightly up to no good. Because I told him, oh yeah, we're a bit lost, blah, blah, blah. He says, yeah, you look a bit lost. He must have known what the game was, do you know what I mean? But when we're in there exploring, when we thought he'd gone, Steve reckoned he'll come in towards the house and what have you. So it was a laugh, if nothing else, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's go on our nose. A bit of a no-frills video this week for you, but a video nonetheless. Let's go on our nosy. Right then, back by popular demand, we've got Delighted Dave, everybody's favourite tribal elder. Then we've got the man of the cloth, who everybody loves these days. He's converting everyone, ain't he? The pissed up priest. And hey, here he is, look. My old schoolmate, amazing Adam. How we diddling?
All right, mate, how are you?
Yeah, we're not bad, are we? We're out on a nosy, so we're happy, aren't we?
Yeah, always happy.
Anyway, so today we're out on a nosy. This is one of those, we don't know what's going to happen. We're going to go and see if we can find an abandoned farm. We're walking down this really lonely trackway, as you can see right now. I'm not going to give the location of this away, but we are in Leicestershire, in a very rural area. So let's see if we can go and find it, shall we? You heard it here first. Bull in the field, apparently. Well, apparently there's a bull in the field and the bull has now got to put up with the pissed up priest in the field. So let's go and do it. And we're actually on a footpath for once. This is a footpath, David. Can I film myself getting over a gate? Ooh. Ooh-ah! I am skillful. Right, hopefully we can go and find this lovely old farm. Right then, so we're on his way up to this old farm now. It's quite funny, we've just bumped into this bloke walking his two spaniels. We didn't know if he was the landowner. Anyway, turns out he used to be, what did he say? He used to have a lot to do with the... Yeah, used to have a pigeon shoot down here. He's gone walking up there. I didn't really want him to see us going up there. He's up there, look. I reckon we should hang back a little bit until he's out, because... He's walking his... Where is he? He's not turned round, has he? You see, you're getting it all today. You're seeing what really goes off at Let's Explore, aren't you? I reckon we should hang...
The other thing, we can go back up to the footpath that goes that way and then cut across.
Yes, there is that, mate.
It depends how muddy it is.
We're like kids, aren't we? We don't mean no harm, you know. We don't mean no harm, do we, Dave?
We don't do no damage, we don't mean no harm.
No, of course we don't. We're just fascinated by old structures, aren't we?
Yeah.
They've sent me to do a bit of scouting, haven't they? Because the farm's up there and it's a bit elevated up there, so we're going to be in view if we ain't careful, but... He was a nice old lad, actually, to be honest with you. Sorry if there's any wind interference. You're getting it all today, aren't you? I think he has gone. He's at the top of the field. What's it? I don't know what he's doing. Right, so there it is in the distance, and we don't know if we can actually get in here or not. If we can't, we can't. Do you reckon? I don't know, Dave. No, but if we can't get in, we can't get in. I tell you what, you know, Dave, this place in the condition it's in's worth a fortune. Right, so here we are. So I don't know. It's one of them, this is. I've literally found it on Google Earth, eh?
Living here, there's glass in the windows.
Living here? I don't, well, there's no sign of cars or anything, is there? Oh, I don't know. Right, this should take us into a bit of a yard. Now, surely no one lives here, Dave. They can't do. No one lives here, mate. Crikey. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this cooker. Wow, they've got a more modern one there as well, but... Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Right, go up the stairs. Beautiful old brick-built staircase. Look, this is. Proper old farmhouse. What do you reckon, Adam?
Concrete floor, isn't it? Proper, this one.
Yeah, concrete floor. Been built very well, isn't it? Water tank there by the looks of it, isn't it? Oh wow, look at these old beams, buddy. Beautiful. Yeah. Honestly, if this place was on the market, shut that door. If this place was on the market, it would be worth a fortune. And in my opinion, this is what you call a doer-upper, isn't it? You could easily do this up, but there are plans for this place, I think, that keep getting rejected. That's all I'm going to say. Because if I say... There's another staircase here, Adam. If I say what I think, or what I know, actually, it's going to give the game away as to where it is. Got a nice little sitting room here. Look at this old flooring in here, look. Old brick flooring. What's that? Oh, the old Philips. Is that a radio? Oh, no, it's a heater, look. Old heater. Someone's been coming in here, actually, who likes Lucasade. Nice old fireplace. Still got some... oh, yeah, what's that? All right. What's that about, then? That's all right, isn't it? Is it a card? Open it up. Well, there's nothing in it, then, is there?
They just fall on the fireplace.
All right. Got some old papers here. So, there is a calendar here from 2018, so... I don't think it's been vacated all that long, this. So, the farmer's newspaper. What's the...
He's heading this way.
Is there?
Yeah.
So, we don't know if the bloke who we've seen is coming. But I'm going upstairs quickly. Now it's gone all dark on my phone. Right, not a lot to see in here. An old random chair. What do you reckon, Adam? It's just got a bit more exciting, hasn't it? Can you see him? Steve reckons he's in this field where the camera's looking now, to the right of that bush. I don't know. I can't see anything. I hope he's not, because I ain't done yet.
Can you see that?
Hey?
Can you see that way?
No.
I can't see that.
I can't see a thing. Yeah. There's the yard out there. You what? I don't know. Well, it ain't worth going off gallivanting out here now, is it?
Oh no, I'm not going out now.
We're bleeders, ain't we? Bloody bleeders. Right, what have we got in here, Adam? Is this the...
Your favourite place?
Oh, is it? Shall we have a bath?
Get in that, stand in that bath, if I take a picture of it.
Hey, not getting in there.
Just stand in it.
Bloody hell, the shit house has seen better days. Need some Ajax or something in there, or whatever you call it. Still got some bog roll though, if you Hey? Oh dear. Is it?
Yeah. We're in a field, then there's another one.
Right, Steve thinks he can see him.
Then there's another fence behind that, and then he's behind that because him and his dog.
Yeah, but is he coming up here though?
Well, he's closer than he was. Earlier he was stood on the path.
Oh, right. Well, he ain't the landowner, is he?
No.
Oh, bloody hell, Adam, it's like being a kid again, isn't it? Hey, nothing changes, does it? So, actually, there's nothing to see here, but it's a bit of a controversial one. Well, it could be, couldn't it? Hopefully it won't be. I mean, we don't, like I say, we're not interested in damaging things. The thing is... Oh, are they? Well, there's nothing to really see in this room anyway. It's just nice to be out making a video, to be honest. But these places, a lot of people just see it as a pile of bricks that's now been organised well in the form of a house. But this was somebody's home once, and I'll tell you now, just turn that light off near the window, because if he is there, he'll see it. But yeah, they hold so many memories, these do. And this place, even in the state it's in, it's worth a fortune. It's got 60 odd acres of land with it, Steve. So, as it is, it must be worth about bloody 800,000 at least. Terrible, isn't it, hey? Sneaking about. Right.
That's his dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a good camera on your phone, isn't it? I can't do that with mine. What are we doing? Are we hiding in here then? Yeah, let's get out back. We'll be all right. I'll hold your hand. We'll just say Dave's a mental patient. He went missing and we found him up here. Right, we're going back out now. Whoever's last out, just shut this door. Yeah. Want to be about right, don't we? Right. What got out here? Probably not a lot. I just thought it'd be a nice little nosy, to be honest with you. The old pigsties here, or cow sheds, look. Yeah, fantastic. I love these old buildings. Do you know what, Dave? This, I know it's not in a great condition, but this is actually like... It's going the opposite direction. Well, he's going the opposite direction now, is he? Panic over. Yeah, this is kind of my dream house, this is, in better condition, of course. But, yeah, we had a bit of excitement anyway. What you, is that happened, Dave? What, is it stable? Hello. Be a shame if it gets knocked down, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just an old stable, look, note to really shout about. I will have a little quick nosy in here. To be honest, I love these old farms, you know. You made me jump then, I didn't know you were there, you nana. I love these old buildings, Adam. I do, yeah. You can imagine cows stood in here. I assume it were for cows anyway. And I imagine this here is like a gully, you know, like a drain for all the urine and what have you. You know, when you're cleaning the floor down. Hey, look, we've got a brick. What's that say? Who is it? Oh, is it Stan? Does that say Stanley's?
Stanley's.
Yeah. Oh, that's a new one on me then. We ain't seen a good brick at the channel for a while. You've seen plenty of things that rhyme with brick on the channel, but I'll let you decide what that means. But yeah, I love these old farms, Adam. I do. It's just, I know there's not a lot to see, but...
Might hear what you used to be.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Nostalgia and all that, isn't it? Yeah, it's and now it's a shell of its former self. You what, mate? Oh yeah, British seeds.
The old SCM bag.
Yeah, I like those. Yeah, you go through here into a more modern barn look. Yeah, there's still a bit of cow shit on the floor, Adam. Anyway, so it's not been unoccupied all that long, in my opinion. This ain't. And a big old Dutch barn there as well. Look, I love old Dutch barns. Reminds me of when I was a kid, when I used to go down my dad's uncle's place. Right, well, unfortunately, that concludes today's video, and a little mini nosy for you. We didn't see a lot, but we had a bit of drama, didn't we? Because we thought that bloke was coming up here. But yeah, nice to have you out, chaps.
Yeah, it's good. Sunday out again.
Yeah, nice. It's what we call I can't believe it's not nosy, although this will be over 10 minutes long, I imagine. But what do you reckon, David?
Yeah, great.
Not a lot to see.
Lovely cottage.
I was hoping for a bit of a time capsule in that house, to be honest, but it wasn't to be. But yeah, just found this by chance before I went out last night, actually. Anyway, it's a goodbye from me. Thanks for watching. Sorry about that, I've just hit the microphone. It's a big goodbye from everybody's favourite tribal elder, Delighted Dave. It's an even bigger goodbye from the man of the cloth himself, the pissed-up priest.
See you again.
Yeah, arsehole, as Dave says. And it's a very... It's a big goodbye from Amazing Adam. Ta-ra. Yeah. Yeah, we've just we've seen it. Yeah, this is another one. Look, Adam.
Yeah, it's an LBC one.
It's supposed to. Oh yeah. Oh. Bye.
I don't know whether to finish that or not. Do you know what I mean? Thanks, Steve. You're nosy as always. Goes down great with the viewers. And like I say, he's out tonight doing a special nosy, apparently. So we will see. Now then, okay then. Lots of people enjoying that. Nice one, lads, says Dennis Perkins. Watch out for the sponge. They were big urinals. I've never seen any as big as that before, did you? Great stuff. And I loved it when they thought the guy were coming in. Anyway, well done. Lovely. Good one. Okay then. Sunday night with HDPP. And like I say, don't forget, Wednesday night, we're all at the Greyhound. We better be. And please, it's going to be very embarrassing if only 4 people turn up. Mind you, we'll have at least 6 because Rent a Crowd are coming. But we need as many people there as possible, please. We're looking forward to that, our social night. Time to give you the answers to 6 of the best. Okay. So if you're all sitting comfortably, as they used to say on Listen with Mother, we can have the answers too. So let's get moving. Get ready to submit your answers as we get to the question itself. Don't start answering questions we haven't got to yet, otherwise it gets very confusing. So we're going to ask out. There we go. Let's see if anybody is going to get this right. Now, what does Castle Street, Hinckley and Freeman's Lane in Burbage have uniquely in common? What do they have uniquely in common? They do share something uniquely. Oh, yeah. Okay. No, it's not shops, David. No, it's not that at all. No. Let's see. What does Castle Street, Hinckley and Freeman's Lane in Burbage, what do they have uniquely in common? Yeah. And if you were paying attention to the group, in a few days ago, it was under discussion. I thought there's a question in there I can use. So, and I shall use this again when you forgot it. Carol Beasley said, I'm useless tonight. It'll be guesswork. That's all right. Have a guess. I don't think anybody has got question 1. I'll just give it a couple more moments. What does Castle Street, Hinckley and Freeman's Lane in Burbage have uniquely in common? Well, Russick is saying, Carol, it's always the guesswork for me as well. Okay, well, no one's come forward. I'm just saying, no idea. Okay, and thank you for that. No one seems to get it. And even Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Mr. John Denny hasn't come through with this one, which I thought he might do. Mind, he's probably fast asleep now. I mean, a hard day at his book, he's bound to, you know. No. Anyway, okay, right. Here comes the answer then. What does Castle Street, Hinckley and Freeman's Lane in Burbage have uniquely in common? They both have a rare... I'm spinning it out. No, it's not. Grassing cattle, no. They both have a rare blue enamel sign for the street name. At the bottom of Castle Street... you'll see there is a blue enamelled Castle Street sign, as there is for Freeman's Lane in Burbage. Also has a blue enamelled street sign. So there is their uniquely in common connection there. So we were looking for a blue street sign, that says Castle Street or Freeman's Lane. You can still see them today. I've been and checked before I used that one. So remember, whenever you're about, look up. Exactly. So that was question number 1. Daniel Coburn, where have you been? Naughty boy. Oh, no, we'll let you off. You took your mum out. That's fair enough. You are excused. Alan Kropp, by the way, is on about the question. I thought that. Yeah, right. So there we go. That's the answer to question 1. Question 2. Now, if you dug a hole starting from New Zealand through the centre of the earth, which country may you end up in? Now then, let's see. Who's going to go for this one? Are we going to pop up in South Africa? Are we going to pop up in Spain? Or are we going to pop up in Brazil? Let's see. Let's just see. So, people are coming through. Right, we've got three saying Brazil would make you wrong, but correctly you would say it's Jane who gets that one. Well done, Jane. You'd pop up in Spain. Jane pops up in Spain. There's a rhyme in there somewhere. So there you go. Alan Kropp said, all right, it was Marie, I'm sure. So, yeah, if you're in New Zealand and you want to get home quick, dig an hole and you'll pop up in Spain. Then you've only got to fly up from Spain. Move on, Paul, quickly. Very, very quickly, I would say move on because we need to. So, now, just before I do that, here we go. Question number 3, true or false? Human skin regenerates every week. Is that true or is it false? This may surprise you. Let's see. Human skin regenerates every week. True or false? David Allen says true. Jane says false. I'm just going to let a few more come in first because I know some people hang back on the true or false and wait to see what everybody goes for true, false, false, true, false. Yeah, now we're getting an answer. Well, if you said true, you'd be absolutely wrong. No, do you know, actually, every 28 days, it says in the medical books, every 28 days, so it's false. Yes, well done, give yourself a pat on the back. If you got false, well done. That's that. Now, on to question number 4. What year did Hinckley Billiard Hall open? Yes, a load of balls is billiards. And when we had that wonderful billiard hall, which was savagely knocked down in 1973, but it was built in one of those years. But what year are you going to choose? I like Alan Kropp. Marie guessed wrong. I love it. Right then. Now then. So the answer's coming in for the... oh dear. Answer's coming in for the billiard hall, and they're all going for 1915. Well, blow me. No, it wasn't. It was actually 1914, just before the outbreak of the First World War, that is. So, dear me, that surprised me, guys. Yes, it was 1914. Okay, now we move on to where am I? For goodness sake, Gardner, where are you? Well, there we go. Anybody want to hazard a guess at our where in Hinckley? Because I did say it's definitely Hinckley. Carol Beasley, then why is mine so wrinkled? Oh, missus. I'm not going to go there with that one. Alan Kropp, Marie guessed wrong again. Yeah. David Allen said, is it Baptist Walk? Is it Fracture Road, says Dangerous Den? Russet Gregg, he says, no idea. Oh, well, in that case, then, chances are, ladies and gentlemen, you have been here and you've seen it first, because where am I this week in Hinckley is... I'm at the Concordia Theatre. Look, there I am. Yep, there we go. Just to give you an idea. The main theatre building to the right. Rehearsal rooms and workshops are there on the left. There we go. Yeah, John Denny comes in. Concordia. It's funny how he just gets in right at the end. I think he probably did just about make it. But however, that's it. So that's where I was today, or well, this week instead. Now then. Oh, Kevin Beasley said theatre. Okay, go on, guys. I'll give you that. I'll take into account the slight delay in transmission times, as it were. Okay then. So here we go with the Aniogram this evening. Hernia's landowning nocturnal. Odds on that you have heard of this grand local sporting hero. If so, you are a winner. Can we have your answers in the chat room, please, to see who is getting that one right? Jeff Wallace. Oh, yes, correct. Well done. Jeff Wallace says Sunlock Grand National winner. Jane, Sunlock Grand National winner. Dennis Perkins, Sunlock Grand National winner. Sunlock. Yeah, absolutely correct. Well done. But you've got to admit, that's a good clue. Carol said, I've got zilch today, but I'm just going to give me a little bit of applause because, Paul, I'm going to give you a good 9 out of 10 for that clue. Odds on, you see, odds. I'm thinking, so you know it's betting. You've heard of this grand local sport, Grand National, you see. If so, you are a winner. Absolute brilliant. Okay, bring in your scores, please, boys and girls. Also, Carol says zilch today. David Allen, no idea. So I don't worry. Anne Hunt says 2, poor show. What, this? Or your... Alan Crop. Marie 0, Alan 1, Lee 1. Well done. It's a taking part. Only one tonight, Kevin. I am surprised. Only one, says Dennis. Was it really that difficult? Was it really that difficult tonight? Can't believe this. I thought it was another easy one. Well done. Seriously, it doesn't matter. Knew it was a racehorse. I had no idea of the name, says Russet. 3 for me and Anna, says Jeff. So well done, 3. So 3 seems to be the most so far. David Starnborough, only 1 this time. As Anne say 2 show. 4, Jane Brown. Jane, you're getting better every week. Yeah, you and Tim saying we love the programme. Thank you very much. And and my score. Terrible. I think it looks like Jane and Tim are the other winners this evening as far as the scores go. Well done. That is fantastic. But it's the taking part, it's the fun, and hopefully you learn a bit along the way. That's what I always say. So even Queen Bee only got 2. Nancy, I thought she would have romped. I've just had a picture of Queen Bee on Sunlock. Sorry, Mum. Sorry. My mind's terrible. So oh, dear. Compose yourself. No composure. 3 says Elaine Galloway. Yes, but well done, Tim. And Jan, you done ever so well tonight. Oh, dear. Oh, I do worry about my head sometimes. Some of the pictures it shows me, you're thinking, oh, there you go. Anyway, just a quick reminder. Like I say, Wednesday night, please come along. Support the social nights, please. And like I say, it's a double header. It's going to be great. We want to be there for Annabelle. And, of course, especially for Eddie Smallwood's going to do a great presentation. Richard III, villain to hero. Here is a unique take on that. And so we will have the tickets for sellers with us that night as well. So if you haven't got your tickets and you're planning to come, please do. That'll be great. Okay. Now then, Jeff Wallace saying, Google thinks the billiard hall opened in 1915. Here we go. Oh, it's usually John Denny that challenges. I'll post up the little snippet from the diary. You'll see what I mean. But thanks anyway. Are you angling for another one? Listen, just because it's on Google does not mean it's right, and we all had experience of that. Trust me, we have. I can't go and get the book now. Can you get the book? So I'm going to show you this live, so you can see where it was. Hang on, bottom shelf. I'm going to have to tell her where to go now. Bottom shelf. They put the pull out with all my bits, all my quiz stuff in. I want to show you this because. I want to show where I get my sources as well. So, just a minute. That's it. That's one. Bring it in, missus. That'll do. That's the one. Here's my thing. Now then, if I go to... And I will show this to the camera so you can see. Blah, 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Oh, blah 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 blah. You're right. I have to apologise. I'm sorry. Now earlier, no, you are right. If you put 1915, You are correct. And that is according to the Hinckley Times, and this is where I get a lot of my stuff. This is a printed document. I do apologise. It was 1915. Listen, the good thing about doing this live is I can make an arse of myself. It doesn't matter because I'm a big arse anyway. But I mean, why have it all perfect? There was a classic example. Sorry, I apologise. The billiard hall, 1915. And I was actually saying to Sue earlier on, I said, didn't I? I did say to you, I would just want to check the answer to the billiard hall again, just to be doubly sure. So anyway, that means I've got 2, says Rosie. No, it all went wrong when I was thinking of Queen Bee on riding Sunlock. That's what did it for me. So anyway, Alan says we put 1913 anyway. Well, anyway. It's fun. It's all fun all the way. As I say, so please try and join us on Wednesday night for our talks and of course, we'd love you to be there, please. You know, that'd be great. David Stanbrough, I have 2 now. And I think before any more cock-ups appear. But to be fair, I would also say some dates in here are wrong as well. Because John Denny is rather than sitting writing his book, many a times just likes to sit and pick holes in the dates that's in here. So John, get on with the book. Do love a laugh, says Kath. I know me. John Denny says, can you check again? Because I had 1930. Get away now. Definitely not 1913. I can assure you of that. Anyway, you see, he's got his own dates. John has. John's got his own dates. I'm going to get out of here. I look forward to your company, all being well. So please come along Wednesday night. We need everybody in there. And we will be back, of course, next Sunday night. We'll do it all again. We'll have another nosy, hopefully. And we'll have some more local features. I'll get some more local features in for next week. I just thought we'd just digress just a little bit. So until then, remember to keep it HDPP, to keep it live. Look forward to seeing you Wednesday night at the Greyhound. Until then, take care. Ta-da! Or Willow. I love doing this because you just know what I know. It's like when you do radio. It really is, because if you do proper radio, you don't, you know where, you've got a direction to take things, but you sometimes don't know how you arrive at some of the things, and that's what makes it more exciting. That's been good tonight. I really have enjoyed it. Thanks for all your input into the programme. This is a part of the programme we never even talk about. It's that bad. It is, it's that bad. It's where I tried to send you off to bed or away with a chortle, a bit of a laugh. That's what we want to do. Anyway, we're having a steward's inquiry about the billiard hall now. Anyway, I usually send you off with a bit of a chortle, a bit of a laugh, some dad jokes now or something like that. So if you're all ready, here we go. So, what do you call someone with nobody and no nose? Nobody knows. There, got it out. Good. So we start with a not a bad one, but what about this one? What is the least spoken language in the world? Easy. Sign language. Tis. Two peanuts were walking down the street. One was assaulted. Why did the Clydesdale give the pony a glass of water? Because he was a little horse. These are silly ones tonight, actually, these are. I was interrogated over the theft of a cheese toastie. Man, they really grilled me. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite. Nearly there. What do you call a cow with two legs? Lean beef. If the cow's got no legs, then it's ground beef. And finally, to send you off, one of these has got to do you tonight. As a lumberjack, I know I've cut exactly 2,417 trees. I know because that every time I cut one, I keep a log. Got there in the end, yeah. I know that because I keep a log. Brilliant stuff. Great night tonight. Take care. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.